Are you ready to talk about Seth Rollins' live announcement? I said, are you ready to talk about the 24.2 live open announcement? Well, I'm ready. Well, no matter what you might think about Seth Rollins' live announcement, at least no one can make fun of his handwriting, and we can't say the same thing for Dave Castro. But what do people think about the live announcement? Well, it's been quite divisive. Some people loved it, and some people have said it was a little bit cringe. But to be honest, I heard exactly the same things about 24.1. But let's not get too distracted by the man himself. After all, Seth Rollins did exactly what was required. CrossFit hired a WWE superstar, and that's exactly what they got. The bigger issue really is, why would CrossFit hire a WWE superstar in the first place? And if we can understand their reasonings behind the decision, well, then we can answer the question as to whether or not this announcement was a success. And of course, none of this relates to the actual workout itself. Rowing, deadlifts, and double unders, well, for me personally, a much better workout than 24.1. And of course, my UK tour continues. I was actually in Scotland for 24.2 at CrossFit Glasgow, so there should be a link somewhere here, and you can check out a video and see what was going on at Friday Night Lights. But going back to the live announcement, why would CrossFit decide to go in this direction? Well, on the surface, it probably seems quite obvious. Seth Rollins does CrossFit, so therefore he is tied to the CrossFit community. But he's also a WWE champion, so he is a massive star in his own right and has an enormous number of fans outside of the CrossFit community. In fact, just looking at his Instagram, he has an impressive 4.6 million followers. So obviously you get him, and potentially you get a lot of new eyes on CrossFit, new people that could potentially start doing CrossFit. And we have to assume that that's the plan, because if this idea was pitched to be something for those already in the CrossFit community, well, we could probably compile a list of other names of people that the majority of the community would have liked to have seen doing the live announcement. But if it's designed to bring in new people, then I think we understand the plan and potentially see the benefits of this strategy. But unfortunately, I can't help but feel that CrossFit made two massive mistakes in the execution of this idea that potentially could have been avoided with one very simple fix. First of all, let's talk about the timing. So the Open this year has been incredibly accessible. In fact, you could probably be doing pretty well in the Open if you just have a decent level of fitness, whether or not you do CrossFit. For example, maybe you're just a big wrestling fan who likes to stay in shape. And then you see that one of your favorite wrestlers, well, they're involved in this competition. So you watch it and you think, you know what, that looks like a lot of fun. It's a global competition. It only costs $20 for me to enter. Sign me up. I'm in. Unfortunately, it's too late. It's week 2. You've missed your chance. So hopefully that zeal continues until the following year when they can sign up for the Open. And yes, potentially they may anyway look into CrossFit, but what a missed opportunity that was. All they needed to do was have Seth Rollins do the Open announcement week 1 of the CrossFit Open, and potentially we could have had more people signing up. Maybe save Dave Castro for week 3 for the true die-hard CrossFit fans. And of course, maybe advertising what Seth was going to be doing a few weeks in advance, building a little bit of hype, could have been helpful. And I know you might be sitting there thinking, well, it's very easy to criticize. You don't know how hard it is. What would you have done differently? Well, make sure you come back on Friday for Plate Stack Chat, my podcast, where together with Bill Grunler and Mads Jacobson, we talk about how we could have improved the Open announcement for 24.2. But let's not worry about those hypotheticals for now. Let's look at the announcement we actually got and identify what the second big problem was. Well, I don't know if anyone working at CrossFit HQ has actually watched wrestling before, but I think even the most casual of observers would know kind of how it works. Usually, even on a one-on-one conversation, you will find two wrestlers standing in the middle of the ring, surrounded by a crowd of people. And when they're talking to each other, well, they are playing up to the crowd. And that's exactly what it felt like Seth Rollins was trying to do. He was trying to play to the crowd, but unfortunately CrossFit have taken him out of a stadium full of people and put him in a home gym. Not even a moderate-sized affiliate. Now, I understand that CrossFit is not going to rent a stadium and fill it with people just for the live announcement, but at least find the biggest affiliate you can. Advertise that Seth is going to be there. Once again, maybe people that are his fans realize this is an opportunity to see him up close and personal in a more intimate setting than at a massive wrestling event. And once they're in the affiliate, well, then the affiliate owners can start to work their magic. And once again, maybe we get some more people doing CrossFit. But instead, there we are at the Shred Shed with the limited amount of people that would hold. So again, maybe the simplest fix for CrossFit would have just been to have Seth do the week 1 announcement. At least he would have had 4 athletes that he could play off against. He would have had a larger crowd of spectators. It would have been a better experience for him and probably for all of us. But on reflection, even looking at all of these elements, can we determine whether or not the Open announcement was a success? Well, not really, because we still don't truly understand what CrossFit's aim or objective was with the live announcements. Was this designed to bring in fresh eyes onto CrossFit? In which case, why have you done it week 2 of the Open? Or, alternatively, was this just a special treat for those that are already doing the Open, those already in the CrossFit community? In which case, was this the right choice of celebrity to appeal to a global CrossFit community? Or maybe, as many people have said, why aren't they just letting Dave Castro do all 3 announcements? But as always, I'm interested to know what you think. Did you like the announcement? Do you think you've got an idea of what CrossFit is going for with all of the announcements? Who would you like to see do the next one? As always, let me know in the comments below. And if you want some more in-depth discussion about the Open and the announcements, please come back on Friday for Plate Stack Chat, where my guests are Bill Grundler and Mads Jacobson, and my UK tour is continuing. We have 1 week left, 24.3 I will be doing at CrossFit Bath, so look out for some highlights coming from that as well. And of course, at this point, I'd love to drop the mic, but I do actually care about my recording equipment.